students. Today we are going to discuss about a poetry, A Patch of Land by Subramaniya Bharathi. In Tamil, he wrote Kani Nilam Vendum. So Subramaniya Bharathi, we all know he was a Tamil writer, poet, journalist, and Indian independence activist and social reformer. So he was born on 11th December 1882 in Ettaipuram, Tirunelveli district, Tamil Nadu. And his father was Chinnasamy Iyer, and his mother name was Lakshmi Ammal. So, he was a Tamil scholar at early age, and he did some of the translation work for several magazines, and he joined the Tamil daily newspaper Swadesamitra. And his exposure to the political movements, in fact of the Indian National Congress, that resist the British rule, and his involvement in the independence struggle, he moved to Pondicherry and he lived in 1910 to 1919. So by this time he has written so many poems and articles, and upon his return to India in 1919 he was put in jail for a short period, and on 11th September 1921 Bharathi died from his injuries, and he sustained from temple elephant in Madras. So Bharathi's best known works, Panjali Sabadam, Kannan Pattu, Kuyil Pattu, and many of his English works were collected in Agni and other forms of translations. So in this poetry, Bharatiyar, we all know that he is a nature lover, and his poems always connected to the nature world around him. As a nature lover, the poet thinks deeply about the connection between the nature and human life, how they can help each other. And in this poem, Patch of Land, Bharati dreams of the natural environment that stimulate the senses and bring peace and happiness to men. So he asks a supreme power, he asks the God to grant him an ideal home and life to return of his awesome poems. So look at the line. A patch of land I want, Bharashakti, give me a patch of land. I want a house built for me, its pillars decorated, Bharashakti, and balconies painted white. Palm trees beside the well, Bharashakti, with the long fronds and tender buds, 10 or 12. Those palms, Bharashakti, the coconut trees I want nearby. Moonlight should descend gently, Bharashakti. So first stanza, the poet dreams of owning a patch of land. He seeks from the supreme power, Bharashakti, God. In the midst of the patch of land, he desires to have the multi-story house that are beautifully decorated and balconies painted and white. So because the white paint will give him the peace of mind. The next he wants a well, palm trees beside the well, Bharashakti. The poet further besides wishes for the world with the portable water in patch of land that will quench his thirst and other creatures. The trees he wishes to have the coconut trees with the long leaves, casting shadow. So the coconut tree should have coconuts. So some of the tender coconuts, numbering 10 or 12, must be the patch of land near the house. This is the poet. And the wish list of the poet continues. The casting a gleaming veil of white, that soft cooing of the cuckoo, Bharashakti, should fall lightly in my ears. A gentle breeze should blow, Bharashakti, and bring pleasure to my soul. A young wife I want, Bharashakti, to share all these with me. And joyful togetherness, Bharashakti, blessed with poetry. Living in the open land, Bharashakti, be there to goddess. Within the power of my songs, Bharashakti, enable me to defend this earth. So the wish list of the poet continues. He wishes Bharashakti to bless him with the moonlight. Like white light is cool light. And the poet further desires the melodious music from cuckoos chirping at his ears, because chirping of birds provide a beautiful environment. So whenever the bird chirps, his soul rejoices, The poet wants the breeze should flow, bringing more pleasure. So his wish list is he wants a moonlight. With the moonlight, he wants to hear the chirping sound of the cuckoo, and he wants some breeze to flow, bringing more pleasure. At the joyous moment, the poet wants a young woman. The poet wants a young woman by his side to share all the sensuous pleasures. Yes, as both enter into a union, poetic verses short flowing freely is another request of the poet. So, in the patch of land, the poet finally makes one more appeal to the goddess to stand guard and protect of them. So, in return, with the Parang's poems, Bharashakti may grace the world, pleads the poet. So, it's a Bharati's writing is a revealer, visionary, and the deeply preoccupied with the realization of the just and joyful human society. So, the poet's love of nature is beautifully revealed in this poem. So, in Tamil, காணிநிலம் வேண்டும் பராசக்தி காணிநிலம் வேண்டும் அங்கு தூணில் அழகியதாய் நான் மாடங்கள் தூய நிறத்தினதாய் அந்த காணி நிலத்தினிடையே ஒரு மாளிகை கட்டித்தர வேண்டும். அங்கு கேணி அருகினிலே தென்னை மரம் கீச்சுமிடும் 10-12 தென்னை மரம் பக்கத்திலே வேணும். நல்ல முத்துச்சுடர் போலே நிலவொளி முன்பு வர வேண்டும். அங்கு கத்தும் குயிலோசை சற்றே வந்து காதில் பட வேண்டும். என்ற சித்தம் மகிழ்ந்திடவே நன்றாயிலும் தென்றல் வர வேணும். பாட்டு கலந்திடுவே அங்கு ஒரு பத்தினி பெண் வேணும். எங்கள் கூட்டு கிளினிலே கவிதைகள் கொண்டு தர வேண்டும். அந்த காட்டு வெளினிலே அம்மா நின்றன் காவலுற வேண்டும். என்றன் பாட்டு திறத்தாலே வையலத்தை பாலித்த வேணும்.